Welcome to Packmates, a podcast about Magic the Gathering Limited, where we take a deep dive in the current limited formats. The Packmates are a group of friendly card sharks that enjoy hanging out and going to F&M to get them dubs.
And
I'm Ryan, your resident aggro expert.
And I'm Robi, the resident Dirtle expert.
And I'm Andrew, the resident pioneer RCQ expert.
Yeah.
And
We are the Packmates.
We are the Packmates.
Don't forget to check out our socials. Links are in the description. We're pretty active on the Discord. If you guys need help, hit us up.
Yep. So what do we got this week, Ryan? I'm glad you're back from the dead.
Thank you.
That's nice.
I missed 1 week.
I said rest in peace last week.
Did you?
I did say rest in peace.
I'm going to be missing a few more weeks. Next couple weeks. Got a couple trips lined up.
Or he might die. We never know.
I'm good either way.
We'll exile Ryan at the end of the podcast. He'll return at the end of next couple turns.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about our draft decks from F&M tonight. We're gonna
not too much, not too crazy.
Just a little sprinkle.
Yeah, just a little sauce.
Yeah.
Just a little sauce.
It's like a tornado watch, right? Like it's not the warning, it's just the watch.
Yep. What to look out for.
Yeah.
What to look out for.
And then we're just to talk about our feelings on the format.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got a lot of feelings.
Yeah.
Feelings
Good
are valid.
Good, strong feelings.
Remember earlier when I was like, hey, what are we going to talk about? And you're like, just forget about it. And then hey, Ryan, what are we going to talk about tonight?
I always do that, though. Yeah. I can't ruin tradition.
What are we going to talk about tonight, Robi? You tell me.
I don't know. We're going to talk about my draft
see where
deck.
the evening takes us.
How did I end up doing?
Yeah, how did you end up
Thanks
doing?
for asking.
What did you do?
I ended up going 2-0, but we had a 8-man pod and I was only undefeated. I played the two other people that I would have maybe had to play if we continued, and still got there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ended up playing the Add Knife Point deck that I talked about last week. Do you hear about that one, Ryan?
I did not.
My favorite archetype in this entire format is Add Knife Point.
That's a good card, yeah.
Deadeye Duelist.
Sure.
Whatever. Everything else. Just deserts, all the guys. Another card that I end up
Crime on both turns.
Crime on both
Crime,
turns.
yeah.
You have to have the crime on both turns or it just doesn't. It's not good enough, I don't think. Unless you at least have the double duelist or you're able to like commit a crime and then duelist on their turn.
Is Rakish Crew actually playable in
No.
this deck? Okay.
No, it's not. It's not playable.
I didn't think it was playable at all,
No,
but
it
if there was
isn't.
ever a deck,
Absolutely not.
right?
I absolutely don't think it's a playable Magic card at all.
Okay.
But yeah, I ended up having a bunch of random wild rares too. One that like super overperformed in my deck, and it's probably not good, and you should probably never actually play it. But Tiny Bones Joins Up was kind of sick in my deck.
Really?
Yeah, committing crimes. Whenever I play a legendary creature, I commit a crime.
How many legendary creatures did you have?
At least 5. Like, let me count them real quick. Just to appease Andrew. Thanks, Andrew. 1, 2, 3.
I just thought it was a little sussy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
6.
That's not bad.
6 legendary creatures. So, like 6, they discard a card, and then possibly 6 points of damage slash 6 crimes. Maybe. Like, let's say I draw a third of my deck. That's 2 damage, 2 crimes. That's still pretty good.
Would you have rather had another Deadeye Duelist?
Yes.
Okay.
But like
that answers everything.
Yeah. It kind of works. It works pretty good though.
Would you rather have the bird?
I had 0 birds. I'm kind of starting to lean away from bird. It's not a good enough payoff, I don't think.
What was the earliest you took a Deadeye Duelist? Or did you try to table them?
I tabled them. I did table them, yeah.
So what would happen if somebody just like
took Deadeye Duelist?
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have done the deck. I got a 6th pick at Knife Point. And I was like, 6th pick, and I was like, I guess. And then 7th pick Vial Smasher. I'm like, I'm fully in. And I also had, I didn't really get to go off with this, but I've had this in my Add Knife Point decks, and it's one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my entire life. is Geared, Mirror of the Wilds. That's the 3-mana 3/3 haste shaman that says non-token creatures you control have create a token that's a copy of target token that entered the battlefield this turn.
You just have to tap them, right?
Yeah, you just have to tap them. And it works with all your other non-token creatures. So it's like so stupid to just absolutely go off with it. And you can just like, let's say you have like 3 creatures. You add knife point them, and then you make 3 1/1s.
4 plus that knife point, yeah.
Yep.
And knife point's 1 and then 3 more.
Like, and it gets really obscene with Vial Smasher.
Yeah.
Which, like, making a bunch of mercenaries just gets so stupid with Vial Smasher.
What was the most amount of mercenaries you had?
I think 9.
Damn.
9. I was extra grinding. Yeah.
All with first strike.
All with first strike because of that knife point, right? And also, another disgusting combo with it is Magda, the 2-mana 2/2 that creates a treasure each time. You can copy treasures, so you can make extra 4/4 haste dragons. So, like,
you can copy the dragons.
You can copy the dragons too, which is even cooler, even better, right? Like, so dumb.
You just make one dragon, and then Magda makes another one, and that guy makes another one.
It's so dumb, genuinely. Yeah, it was just sick. Well, I'll post the whole thing. I had Any Flash, which was kind of cute. It got back my ad knife point at one point. You know, the Undependent, which is like a 5/5 flyer for 4 with trample and has 0 other meaningful text.
Sure.
Yep, it was sick. Super good.
Yeah,
Super
it was
fun.
a really good deck.
Yeah, it was working really good for me.
Yeah.
But
I think it's just cool that you put in practice what you talked about last week, and you really just stuck to the plan. It actually worked.
It does work. Yeah, it's definitely a real thing.
It's cool to see it in action.
It gets really, really dumb. It's like definitely a big brain deck of like just sitting. I take forever, and then I just say, okay, I'm good. Your turn. I never attack, really.
Is your checklist, did I commit a crime this turn? Can I commit a crime this turn? Should I commit a crime this turn? Pass.
Yeah. Run through all the flowcharts in my brains.
Would it be better to commit a crime on their turn?
It was pretty nice when he had the knife point just committing crimes on my turn with that stupid dead eye.
It's so annoying.
It was really annoying because it was just like infinite blockers. And I was like, oh man, I needed some trample.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the only way you really get around that kind of deck when you're swarming like that.
You have to have like the thing that I've like run into that just destroys it is Grizzly. If you can like get a big board and then get Grizzly out and just suicide into it, you can usually just
I feel like
kill
a
me.
well-timed take up the shield would just destroy your deck.
Varmints too.
It doesn't though, because
Varmints
maybe because it just goes super wide, but
well,
like
it kills the knife point is what I'm saying. The 2/2 that you can sack.
oh, Voracious Varmint, yeah.
Oh yeah, varmints.
I did have a way to get it back, which is crazy.
In one way.
One
yes.
way, yes.
You
Which,
could have had 2 with Badlands Revival.
yeah, I did not have that in my deck. Yep, it was super good though. Yeah, Grizzly is scary. Grizzly's the menace of that deck for sure. Because like you can infinitely chump block literally forever.
Yes. Yeah.
And like you're just waiting to get like something that actually kills them, like whether that be like Magda. It's kind of weird how that deck works. Like once you have a knife point duelist, you can just chump for quite a while. You can gain life. If you have Bird, you could gain a bunch of life each turn. Or you
Bird
can also
you can swing with the
Bird. You can also swing because it's a flyer.
Right. And the pumps.
Yep. But like you just basically wait till you get a meaningful win con, and then you just
Is Bird an outlaw? Is that
No.
first strike? No.
Nah, it's just a bird.
No, it's just a bird. Yep. But yeah, form a posse too, a splashing form a posse, which is adorable in this deck. I would have played a Baron if I saw one.
Yeah.
I was trying to table one, but didn't make
Yeah, I
it.
don't think it made it past.
Do you take it, Andrew?
No, it was
Yeah.
actually the person next to me. They took it. It was an interesting table. We had a pot of 8, and I don't think I've ever seen as many deserts
There was
in a pod.
infinity
Everybody
deserts.
must have just opened a desert plus in every pack. I mean, it was just ridiculous. And then the amount of rares on our table were like absolutely absurd. Like
it
people
was
were,
unhinged.
yeah, I opened up like 2 triple rare packs I was like, holy smokes.
I opened 3.
3 for 3?
3 for 3, triple rare.
Damn. Holy cow.
Yeah,
That's
3 for
nuts.
3.
Yeah, I had like at least like 7 or 8 rares / mythics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
There was a guy on our table who had 15 rares in his deck. I was like, holy crap, man.
One of those was Bonnie Paul too.
Yeah, there was 2
2 Bonnie Pauls in your
Two
pod.
Bonnie
Bonnie
Pauls
Pauls
in our pod.
That's
It
absurd.
ruined me. It was my triple rare pack, and I had a Bonnie Paul in there. I said, "Oh crap!" It was pack 2, and I was like, "Well, that's it. Now I gotta switch everything I'm doing because now I gotta try to play Bonnie Paul." And I just started taking deserts immediately.
I was already taking him in pack 1. I was pretty because I had no idea what I was like. My first like 3 or 4 picks were deserts.
I just couldn't believe how many people were like, it supported. Like there were so many 5-color piles on our table.
It was like all 5-color piles, basically.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
nuts.
There was like 2 2-color decks.
You were like the most conservative.
I was like one of the more conservative 5-color piles, which is hilarious. Because I was all 5 colors. I was all 5 colors, but it was mostly just the splash. I was Raktiv's at heart. But yeah, tell us about your experience. You opened a Bonnie Paul, you won, right?
I got like probably third,
Yeah,
second, or whatever the heck it is,
yeah.
just because of tiebreakers.
Yeah.
It was
You guys
fun.
only played 2 rounds.
Yeah, we only played 2.
We only
rounds
played
because it was-
2. We played
Wait,
Only
fun
chumps
round.
call it after 2.
That's what I thought too, but apparently
Nobody
everybody
else
called it.
wanted to do it. So I
Yeah,
played
that
the
makes
other
sense.
2 people I would have had to play.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, I played full games with them.
What would have happened if they would have won?
I don't think they would have. My deck was sick. My deck was sick.
Different when the stakes are on the line.
Oh yeah. You'll have to
yeah.
get to me next time,
Oh, yeah.
Andrew.
I gotta keep no 6 land hand with a 4 drop.
Yeah.
It was pretty risky, but yeah. It was cool. We had an 8-man. There was a lot of people there. It was kind of cool to see in the shop more people for draft than there were for like some of the constructed things.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
been firing 2 pods every
Yeah.
week. Which
I
is
mean, it's
crazy.
cool. I think a lot of the casual people who are like, I'm just looking to build a collection. I'm really liking this set, are really kind of digging this.
This
you
is
know.
a good casual set because like you can just go and do crazy stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
that was the thing.
Yeah.
I think I heard Ryan earlier when he was talking about his deck. It was off air. And he was talking about, he just like, I got to do all the cool things in my deck.
Yeah.
And you just get all these cool stories. And I think that's kind of the hallmark of this set. You know, it's not my favorite, like competitive wise. It's a little rough on me because it's like, damn, there are so many bombs that you could just.
Quit try harding so
top.
hard. You had the bombs.
I did, but there were other people who had bombs. You know, it's just like, okay, you know, and they just don't draw your bombs. They draw their bombs. It happens.
Yep.
It's about assembling the bombs. This is a format where you have to assemble your bombs into a Rue Goldberg machine to just outgrind, or you could just Bonnie Paul people.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
you just got
yeah, for sure. But like, if you don't have Bonnie Paul,
you
you
gotta
can't
be
just
lucky
plan
enough
on
to
that.
draw them, I guess, right? It's like the
Yeah.
luck of drawing them.
Yeah. Sequencing's mega
Sequencing.
important.
It is a sequencing format for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just formats like this, like, I feel like,
How is this different than Mom though? You love Mom.
well, see,
Oh.
Mom, you could make just a scrappy commons and uncommons
you can do that.
deck in every color, in every
In
color,
every color, yeah.
in every color pair,
Yeah.
and you could be competitive against the busted rare stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
But in this format,
You can still do that.
you can still do that, but in Mom or like Kaldheim or whatever, like those sets I really like because you're rewarded for your deck building and your draft making prowess.
Mm-hmm.
This deck is not, I mean, this set is similar, but it's just the stuff you need is different, like than the way I normally play. Like you need sequencing, you need all this other stuff, you need to be able to splash shit. Like it's like, I don't know. Like it feels like if I have the better deck, I'm not going to necessarily win every series.
Yeah.
And that's probably cope, right? But like it's just a way that I'm not really used to building yet. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, like you say you can't play scrappy decks. Like, what was your deck tonight? If it
My deck was
wasn't-
rares. It was rares.
It was
A bunch of rares.
but it was scrappy. It
But
was
I'm
a
talking about like
scrappy
a
pile.
common engine, like an engine of commons that are going to come out and just decimate someone before they get to do all this stupid shit like make 9 mercenaries. Like you can't do that. You can't. I can't outpace you, right?
Yeah.
Like you're going to block forever, and they're like if I played Boros aggro against you, you would laugh, like right, like.
Yes.
I would be able to do nothing. I wouldn't be able to get past your 1-3s with reach that also make a 1-1. Like,
yes.
So it's just that I kind of miss that kind of era, but I'm sure there'll be some sets that, incorporate that.
No,
I don't know. Like the way they've done play boosters now, I almost feel like that's kind of a bygone era.
Nah,
I really do.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, the commons are like so strong, and then they're not like there's no more like puzzle piece commons anymore that like only go in Is It. Like there's some, but they're not good enough, right? Like like Razzle Dazzler.
Yeah.
That only goes in Is It.
I don't know.
And Is It won't even be played. It's not good enough.
No.
Right? It's not a good enough card. And it's a 2-3 for 2. Like, I mean, it's a 1-2, but
it's a 1-2. Yeah, it gets bigger.
It gets bigger and is unblockable.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like all the cool stuff that the commons make you think, oh, I can maybe do this or do that. Like you can't. I feel like you can't really do it because it just gets like they drop Bunny Paul and you're like, okay.
We had a person in our pod who was just like just green black, didn't have a rare in his deck, and it's just like you have no chance. I mean,
Joel?
Yeah.
That was Joel.
Yeah, Joel.
Joel was.
And it was just like he got through on skill his first round.
And he ran up against me and just got decimated.
Like pile of rares, It's just like, gosh, it's just they are a little bit better, They're
I will say, like the pile of rare decks that are synergized often will beat the pile of rare decks that are not synergized.
Which is what mine was. I definitely had like the pile of rare synergy deck.
Right.
Yeah, you really streamline yours, and maybe that's what the decks kind of look like, going forward. You really have these kind of streamlined rares,
or like you just use them together in a way, right? Like it's not just like it's not like I just was taking rares. Just to take rares, like there was triple rare packs, right?
Right.
Like I was trying to like build a engine, kind of. Yeah.
Yep. I kind of just miss the days when you could do that at common and uncommon and compete with those style of decks. And it feels like that's maybe not impossible, but much harder to do now.
Whenever we have like triple rare packs, rares just kind of feel like commons.
I think the rares need to be like watered down a bit from what they are because they're just all so independently strong.
But that's like why it's cool though. That's why this set rules.
See, I disagree.
That's why Mom was amazing.
Like I lost an entire game. I'm a complete my deck is like removal heavy, like super removal heavy. I lost a game to a what's the Bill guy? What's his name?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The green rare.
Yeah. That landfall, put a counter, double your counters. Like,
oh gosh, yeah, that guy's good. The 2/2,
and I just could never draw an answer to it. And so by the time I almost drew an answer to it, like he had 3 dudes with 18 counters. Like,
I saw that. Yeah, I looked over there. He was like attack with a 10/10 and a 12/12. I was like, oh my god,
that card costs 2 mana.
Yeah, it's 2 mana. Yeah,
you know what I mean? I don't know. I mean,
the one that feels super bad to me is the Rakdos guy that. You exile.
Oh yeah,
cards.
Jasper Flint.
Yeah, Jasper
He's
Flint.
so good. Yeah,
he feels
like
stupid,
you would jam that in any deck and it would be obscene.
Yeah,
right. Like it's just
if
obscene.
you have like 2 outlaws.
Whatever you cast from their deck is an outlaw.
Yes,
it counts as an outlaw.
Yeah,
like you don't need any outlaws.
Jeez, that's so good.
If I had that in my deck, it would be over.
It was
9 mercenaries. Like
I think there was one on our table. I think
there was one on our table. He had
there was like every rare you could think of was on that damn table. I mean, it was pretty damn ridiculous. Double body balls, anything. Oh my god!
I was running Heartless Pillage just because of all the BS I passed everyone. I knew I just needed to card advantage grind people.
It was one of those ones where I wish I could have just redone the draft. Like right then there, I'd be like, I'm ready to drop. Let's do another draft because it was just like the power levels were all kind of weird there.
My pod was a 6-man pod, and it was significantly different than yours. I had 5 or 6 deserts, and that was like all of them. Yeah. And I mean, there was lots of rares, but none of them were like obscenely strong. Like we didn't open any Bonnie Pauls. There was an Oko that was opened.
Oh, like.
The new Oko.
Yeah, I saw it.
The new Oko.
I walked up to the guy who was playing against it, and I said, "Aren't you just so glad to see that that's not Oko Thief of Crowns, and there isn't more than 1 elk on the battlefield right now?" Yeah. like it was like, yeah, it's still bad, but he's like, yeah, it's still scary, but it's way better.
Last time I played, the dude was like, He's like a newer drafter, right? He runs out Oko on turn 3. He's like, I don't know if this is very good to do on turn 3, but Oko. I was like, okay, cool. Like, it's pretty good. Like, some would say unbeatable in band.
Oko was so stupid.
That was pretty rough.
And,
If you didn't play during that time, I hope you have to play against it once in this.
Oh my God.
It's
On
so
turn 3,
disgusting.
it's impossible. It's impossible.
It has a +2
Yeah.
that just gains you life. And like it just gets out of hand immediately.
Yeah. You
Like-
have like a turn to kill it.
Yep. Until they have infinite amounts of elks.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they can just switch it, like, take my 1/1, I'll take your dragon. Like, it is like, so dumb.
So stupid. It starts with like 4 loyalty, right? This guy has so much
Yeah, it was
loyalty.
insane. Like, I think I like attacked it every turn after he played it. He defended it with his 3/3s, and at the end of the game, it was at like 10. Like,
Yeah, it's so
it's like
stupid.
there's nothing. Like, maybe I should have just went face, but like I had to like keep his board under control. I felt like, I don't know.
Oko rules. Oko rules. Yeah.
How much more time do we have with this set? Do you know?
I think Modern Horizons comes out in June,
Ooh,
Yeah.
early
man.
June.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to have a little change of pace.
Yeah. This format's deep enough that I have fun every week drafting it.
You know, I don't hate it, but it's not my favorite.
It's a skill.
It's like
issue.
it's a mid tier.
It's definitely mid tier.
It's a mid tier format to me.
No, it's really good.
It's
It's made me excited about Magic.
I came
for
up
sure.
like on it too. I was really low on it. And I was like, okay, I'll play. I played a little quick draft. I played a little premier draft. I did all right, kind of up and down. And that's kind of one thing where it's like, damn, I'm just
The
yo-yoing
thing is,
everywhere.
though, is that we've been getting way more people drafting this set, which
that's a good. Thing.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That is a
Yeah.
good thing. Even though it's so unbelievably complicated as a format, it's interesting that we're getting so many people.
It's like playing Commander in draft.
Yes, it's
Like-
so powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
everything's
cool
so
that,
dumb
like,
and powerful.
Not every
Mine
week the
was
same people
similar.
are winning too.
Yep.
Like it's really like that kind of swinginess where it's like, damn, I just got defeated around 2.
That's
Yeah.
sick.
Holy
yeah.
crap.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
it's fun for sure.
I'm sure the shop likes that too.
Yeah.
16 people is crazy.
Yeah.
I think we
14,
had
right?
14.
14
yeah.
today. But last time, I
615.
think it was last week or something, you guys had 3 pods. I mean, it was just
A
insane.
couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool.
It's fun.
Yeah. I mean, you can do fun things and the games are cool, but there's also an equal amount of games where like you have a million dudes and I have a million dudes and we got to figure out how to break this board. And it's like,
But that's like my favorite thing in the world.
and there's also like,
like
there was a game today that was like, he had like 5 dudes. I had like 7 dudes. He had Bill. I tried to kill 2 things. He snakeskin veiled both of them. It's like, what is going on?
No.
Like, what are we doing?
Oh,
there's
no.
a lot of blowouts.
I could be home right now.
There's a lot of blowout-y things.
That didn't even win him the game. Like, he eventually won the game, but like, it was just like, it didn't even feel impactful.
I felt like I had like multiple 2-for-1s on my opponent, and I was like, how am I still behind?
Yeah.
After 2-for-1ing somebody that many times, like twice should be enough. Like once should be enough, but twice? And I still was like behind. I couldn't believe it.
There are multiple times in this format where I look up, I'm like, how the hell do you have 6 cards right now?
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? Like, are you
That's
just
awesome.
drawing 3 cards a turn? Because like, me and you have played the same amount of cards.
yeah.
You have 6 and I have 2, but no, it's like, it's just tacked on to everything. I don't know.
Everything has something. Everybody has a come into play. Everybody has a death trigger.
I will say this format is very good for the lessons of like mana efficiency and combat navigation. Like that's the main skills that I'm trying to fine tune in this format. And
Yes.
it's very good for that.
Mhm.
Yep. Or just never engaging in combat unless all your guys have first strike.
You're just a
right?
slow roller.
Yeah.
You're a slow roller and
It's
you're
great. I
a
love it.
scum.
I love
You're a
it.
scummy slow roller. You could end games several turns earlier if you were such a slow roller. That's
Dude,
why
you
go
gotta
to
play
time.
safe. You
No.
gotta play it
Gotta play
safe.
safe.
You gotta play assuming that they have everything.
That's why it sucks.
That's why it's like,
No,
That
playing
sounds fun.
safe is lame.
yeah, no, it's not. It's like, it's cool to be safe. It's cool to wear a seatbelt.
Nerd.
Man.
It's awesome. Yeah, so what else do we got, Ryan?
I was talking about my deck for a second.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. I didn't know. If
I pick one mana drain.
Oh shit!
And I got a mana drain something for 5.
Nice.
That was cool. And that I couldn't use the mana because I had too many colors in my deck. I was blue, white, splashing, black, green. Green was just 2 sick rares. The one that makes a 3/3 golem and then puts counters on all your stuff.
Yep.
And then
the mythic
Henri Tumblewag. That's 2/2. Being in combat puts a counter on something. And then you can saddle it for 2, and then it doubles the counters on something. I got that thing up to like a 12/12. I did that one game. I also had a package of Treasure Dredger and Baron. Yeah, and I did that a game with the guy that puts counters on all the tokens. It was like, make a treasure, make a 1/1, put counters on all my 1/1s. Make a treasure, make a 1/1, put counters on all my 1/1s. Like, sack the treasure for a card. Sack the treasure for a card. Like, it was just so dumb.
That's that.
Yeah.
Man. See, that's why this format rules.
Yeah. As soon as I got it going, the dude was like, I'll just scoop. So I got to do that. I got to mana drain big. I got to get my Tumblewag big. I got to do like all the stuff my deck wanted to do. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's right. I walked over to Ryan after the draft because we were in separate pods. And I was like, what happened? Like, what happened that made you take these cards?
What are those crime bonus sheet things called?
He had like...
I have 6.
He had 6 of them. Yeah, like his full front of his like deck that I had laid out, which is all those crime bonus sheet cards. I was like, what happened?
I passed 2 other ones that were white and black. Like I could have played. But they're the ones that humiliate. We can like look at their hand. I probably should have played it, honestly, but
it's probably good in your
probably would have beat me, won the game that I didn't win. Also had the rare that copies something, and with the 1/1 that makes a 3/3, like I copied that, made another 3/3, put 2 counters on all my tokens, including the copy that I just made. Like it's so dumb.
I love how dumb this format can get. Yeah, it's super fun though.
All right, this week instead of doing a superfecta, we're just going to talk about what's been going on with us. I've been kind of off Magic, so I haven't been playing it as much. I've been playing this game called Vampire Survivors. Super fun. Super good game. I would highly recommend. I think it's like $5 on Steam. It's also on the Xbox Game Pass for PC for free.
Who's your favorite character?
Oh, I've been just trying to beat it with like all of them unlocked everything so far. Yeah.
It's got a very good like depth of like unlockables.
Yeah.
And different kinds of modes that really keep you going. One of my friends he's like on one of the leaderboards. He was like one of the highest ranked dudes in that game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's like you just have this dude and you just are walking around and your weapons automatically shoot at stuff and you kill it and they drop experience and you pick it up and you like upgrade your weapons and you can
Is it like a what are they called? Like an AFK game?
No, it's called a bullet hell game and it's a roguelike.
Okay.
And like if you saw the screen, you'd think it was like AIDS and you wouldn't be able to tell what was going on because there's like literally like 1,000 dudes and they're all like running at you or like shooting stuff at you. And you just like kill them all instantly.
The cool thing is it's like, I think there's a 30-minute timer on it.
Yeah.
For every game is like no more than 30 minutes.
Yep.
That's cool.
And you can actually, I unlocked a thing that doubles the rate that time passes. So it's 15 minutes each round.
That's what's up.
It's pretty cool. And then like you look up stuff and you combine things and
there's all kinds of cool secrets and
yeah, it seems sick.
Build your weapons. It's
Is it
really
on
fun
mobile?
Game.
I only play
probably
mobile
could be.
games.
It's like there's a lot. Like if you saw it, you would notice that it's inspired a lot of mobile games, or maybe it's inspired by.
I
mobile
feel
games.
like if you play that on your mobile phone, it would just like overheat the shit out of your mobile phone. Though
it's pixel graphics. I mean,
I don't know. I tried streaming it with a friend of mine. Like we were trying to do co-op because there's a co-op on that version, right? And so we tried to do it over the internet. Oh my gosh! When it gets to the last like 2 minutes of the game when everything's just going off.
Yeah.
Like I lag so bad because there's just too much stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been playing that. I've been playing Hearthstone and I've been getting ready for some trips I'm taking with my wife and kids and all that. So
yeah, fire. I've been gardening.
Gross.
I made some raised beds. So if you ever listen to me, and when I said that Joe Pera is the greatest TV show of all time, in Joe Pera season 2, the first episode, he makes a bean arch and he shows you how to do it. And so I'm fully making a bean arch only off of Joe Pera.
Nice.
And so yeah, that's been super fun. It's like so much nicer to do gardening stuff whenever you're not just like rushed to do it.
Yeah.
I've just been like, when I take my dog out to go to the bathroom, like whenever it's super nice out, she just lays on the ground and won't walk. Just wants to lay in the sun. And so I just garden while she's laying there because she won't get up. And yeah, it's been super fun. I've been doing that. And I've also been playing the drums this week a lot.
Oh, nice.
Like I've been really getting into it. Yep.
What about you, Andrew?
I've been playing more Magic, actually. Yeah. I've been getting into Pioneer a little bit more. Actually won an RCQ.
Nice.
Because I wasn't there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Actually borrowed one of
You did borrow
Phoenix's.
Phoenix, yeah.
So he was like he was there. You know, he was there winning it with me too.
Yeah, I basically won it.
Yeah, basically. Cool.
My Phoenix was a good one.
Yeah, so I've been getting into that. I've just been testing with some of the guys too. We got the Dallas coming up.
Yeah.
And so we'll all be taking that trip. So we're taking pack mates on the road.
Yeah.
And so maybe we'll do some fun car episodes or something.
I've been having some fun with Standard. Boros Convoke.
Dude, yeah.
It's disgusting.
It's so good.
It's the bane. It's the bane of Standard right now.
I hate it.
It's so fun.
It's against everything I believe in.
Oh, God. It's the perfect deck.
You have to have like sideboard slots, or actually take that back. Strike that. You actually have to have some mainboard slots because it's actually warped the format a little bit in that way, where you have to have some sort of plan for that.
Why does Gleeful Demolition exist? That's stupid. It's a stupid Magic card. It shouldn't be allowed.
You can counter it.
Ban it.
You can kill the dude in response.
Ban it. Ban it.
No way. There's way bigger problems than Gleeful Demolition.
I know. It's just stupid. Like, why didn't they think through giving us Thraben Inspector and then Gleeful Demolition?
And the Blood Dude? I feel
the Blood Dude's so good too, man. Oh, that guy does so well.
It's not Thraben Inspector though. It's not. It's also not a 1/2.
But it automatically hits him for 1.
Yeah, that's true.
The Convoke guy's so good. The Convoke Knight in that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He just gets you back into games or just like refill the hand. It's like, okay, dump my whole hand. Night. Done.
As soon as I saw a deck that's like, we mainboard 4 Emendane's recruiters, I was like, yes, that's exactly what I want to be playing.
That card is so sick.
Are you playing War Leader's Call in there?
Yeah.
Oh, that version's so brutal. The pings on that is crazy too, man.
It's stupid. I wanna brew something up. The crime seems so fun. There's got to be ad knife point.
I brewed a deck that was a hostile investigator discard deck, and it was doing pretty good for a while. There's so many dudes that discard. I thought about throwing some ninjutsu in there.
Hostile investigator. Nice. Which one's that?
He's a 4 mana 4/3. Whenever anyone discards a card, you investigate.
Gosh, that guy's so strong.
ETB, target opponent discards a card. And you can play it with Bitter Triumph and discard a card instead of paying the life to investigate. And all your other cards just say your opponent discards a card. And they just don't get to play Magic. It's pretty fun.
He's actually showed up in Pioneer now. There's a Waste Not deck where it's like, triggers on your opponent discarding stuff. And so you're just like, oh, I'm making this and doing this. And it's just like all kinds of like, you never have a hand. Yeah. He's good. Cool. He's really good. Stock's going up on that guy.
I had one game with like 2 hostile investigators out and was just like constantly making him discard, investigating twice.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and I'm playing Phyrexian Obliterators.
No way, really?
Phyrexian Obliterators.
It's mono black, cool. Dude.
Phyrexian Obliterator is just a cool Magic
That's
card.
so cute.
Yeah.
This is like cute, right? Like,
why has Phyrexian Obliterator seen 0 standard play?
He's just so easy to kill.
Yeah, but he's so good if you don't kill him.
Yeah.
Why don't we just play Snakeskin Veils?
You got to connect with him too. I mean, there's a lot of like.
There's a lot of moving
quad freaking black.
There's a lot of moving pieces with the Phyrexian Obliterator.
I think there's I don't know. I like him when he can. Once you hit with that guy, I mean, he's the hit.
You Rex Boros Convoke.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
They discard their whole hand, and then you're like, Phyrexian Obliterator. It's like, okay, I guess I'm not swinging anymore.
I guess my deck doesn't function at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to bust up some wild cards and play that. That sounds like fun.
Yeah. I've messed around with mono black quite a bit too.
Yeah.
The 3-mana guy that lets you play a black spell from your graveyard.
Yeah.
Where you just pay 2 life and then you can play any black spell from your graveyard. I think that card's low key pretty busted.
You know what I want to do?
Crime.
You know that guy that all those combo decks are playing to get all your lands back from your graveyard?
Slogurk?
No.
It's in the Slogurk. The Aftermath.
Aftermath Analyst,
Yeah. I want to kill them exclusively with deserts.
Oh my gosh.
I want to sack all my deserts, tap them for mana.
That sounds amazing. That does.
All the rest of my cards are just removal and bullshit. Like
a full 20 desert deck.
You don't even have that 20 because you can bring them back.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, but I don't think it would work without like the fetches, right? Like,
how do you get them all into your graveyard? Lively Dirge?
That black card lets you sack and draw cards.
Yeah,
you sack all your permanents, tap them for mana, draw your cards, bring them all back.
Yeah,
you can play that stupid card that makes them come into play not tapped.
Splunking.
Do it again.
Splunking, yeah. Splunking's hilarious too. Yeah.
Good. You just like only care about your lands.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's all we got this week.
All right.
We'll catch you boys on the Flippy Talk.
Bye.